Pelicans Flock Report, where I give you everything New Orleans Pelicans from a fan's perspective. I'm your host, D. Broussard. First things first, man, before I get started this episode, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. Shout out to everybody that's already subscribed, man. I really appreciate y'all. As long as y'all keep subscribing, I'm going to keep dropping these videos. Also, man, shout out to everybody that's been commenting. I've been responding to all the comments. So, yeah, make sure y'all keep commenting, man, in these videos, man, and let me know what you guys feeling, man. All the Pels fans out there, man. I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys, man. So just make sure y'all jump in them comments, man. Let me know what y'all feeling, man. Like and subscribe to the channel, most definitely. Yeah, man. This episode, I kind of want to talk about the second half of the season. This second half of the season is going to be very important for this Pelicans team. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, today is Sunday, All-Star Sunday. I'll be watching the All-Star game, as I said before. And if I haven't said, I'm a huge NBA fan, man. I love basketball. So I'm always watching the All-Star game. I watch the All-Star game like every year. And, you know, I'm an NBA fan, man. So I like ball. So I watch a lot of basketball, man. I watched the All-Star Saturday night last night. I felt like it was pretty good. The slam dunk contest was pretty good. Skills challenge. The 3-point contest was good. So I felt like so far, man, it's been a pretty good All-Star weekend, man. I'm going to be honest, man. Some may disagree. I mean, it's just my opinion. I feel like it's been pretty good. Now, this year in the All-Star game, it'll be a different format, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. The U.S. versus the world, just to kind of see, you know, how things play out. I myself, man, I think it's better just East versus West, to be honest. I'm old school, man. That's how I was when I was coming up. But you know, it's good to try new things, man, and you know, see how they work out, man. So I'm looking forward to watching the game, man. But yeah, man, like I said, I kind of want to talk about how important the second half of the season for the New Orleans Pelicans is gonna be. Now, of course, you know, I've talked about it several times. DeJounte Murray may be returning this month sometime. Uh, I'm definitely looking forward to it because I feel like we definitely need to see what this team looks like when fully healthy. And I say that because when it was getting close to the trade deadline, the front office came out and said that they believe that we currently have a playoff caliber roster. And I said in a previous episode that I feel like we do, you know, when fully healthy. You know, we do have the talent to make the playoffs when fully healthy. And that's something that I'm going to be looking to see. Like, I want to see with everybody fully healthy going into the second half of the season, what type of team does that make us? Are we really a playoff caliber team? And also, was trading away this pick in this year's draft the right move? I think the second half of the season is gonna determine or give us the answer to that as well. You know, now obviously, you know, Derek Queen has played well, and you know, Derek Queen was a participant All-Star weekend. You know, and as I said before, Derek Queen is gonna be a superstar in the league, man. I definitely feel like that. You know, I really do. So you know, Derek Queen has worked out well for us. You know, was it worth giving up the pick in this year's draft, just being that this draft class is gonna be so loaded with talent? I don't know yet. I said that before. I don't know yet. But I like Derek Queen. I really do, man. I ain't gonna lie, I do. Um, but also the second half of the season is gonna, you know, determine whether it was a mistake or not. I think so too. You know. Um, but yeah, man. I definitely feel like the Pels need to play to win this second half of the season. We don't need a tank. We don't need to sit guys out. Everybody need to be on the court so we can be able to see what we have going into the future and going into next season. And I feel like it's kind of been the same thing with us over the years. It's kind of, good but bad, because that's always been the case with this team. It seems like, in the second half of the season, we're looking forward to next season, and that's just kind of been the case with us over the years. We're looking forward to next season, and the season is not even over with yet, you know. Um, but I can say that there's one thing that's different from the previous years. I would say the last 5 years is something that's different. And I feel like it's two words: Zion Williamson. And this is the difference. Now, the last couple of years, Zion has always been the question mark for this team. Is Zion going to be healthy? Is Zion going to be available? Is Zion going to be injured? Is Zion going to be in shape, ready to go? That's always been the case these last couple of years with this team, is Zion Williamson, and if he's going to be available for us to be able to be a competitive team. And the difference between these last years and this year is Zion Williamson is finally healthy. He's finally in shape. He's finally playing the way that we've been waiting on him to play all these years. Zion is the Zion we've been looking for. And I think that that's the difference from the previous years to this season, because everything has always been about Zion Williamson, you know. And I feel like going back to that playoff run, our last playoff run, where BI was, you know, doing his thing, and I think it was like Willie Green's first season as head coach, and we made that playoff run, and we ended up running to the Suns. But I felt like that team was very talented, but we were missing the centerpiece, which was Zion Williamson. And I felt like if Zion was healthy and available with that team, things may have been a little bit different. I really believe that. So that's always been a question mark for us these last couple seasons, is Zion Williamson. But that's not the case this season. Zion is looking like he's focused and he's ready. And we have a lot of talent. We still were able to put more talent around Zion Williamson this year, with Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fields, DeJounte Murray coming back, Herb Jones is still there, Trey Murphy, Bryce McGowan's, Eve Messi. All these guys are talented guys, and they're all around a healthy Zion. So to me, in my opinion, that's what make this going into this offseason a little bit different. Now, Zion has, he's been able to lose a lot of weight. And that's always been the problem with Zion, his weight, putting that much pressure and weight on his lower body. That's why he's had lower body injuries. But Zion is down in size. He's looking a lot slimmer. So I think he'll have more durability now because he doesn't have that weight anymore, and he can move well. So with that being said, I feel like we might be headed in the right direction. And also, you got to look at the front office as well. Joe Dumars, Charles Weaver. I've been a huge advocate for those guys just because, as I said, I follow the NBA. So I know that these are well-respected guys. These guys know basketball. These guys know how to develop talent, how to find talent. You look at Troy Weaver, a guy that you can basically say was responsible for building this current Detroit Pistons team that's number one in the Eastern Conference. Joe Dumars, won a championship as a GM. Things didn't go well at the end, but hey, I mean, he has a championship as a GM. So, and I think the time that he was away from basketball, well, away from being in a team front office, gave him time to reflect on what did he do wrong in that last situation. So obviously, he's learned from his last experience, which is, gonna make him better. I've also seen a different focus in the players since Joe Dumars took over. Um, guys are focused, man. Guys, look like they want to win. Zion Williamson for one, um, getting in shape, getting his body together. You know, um, I just feel like things look a little bit different from the last couple years. I really think that. I really feel that. You know, some people may agree, some people might disagree, but that's just how I feel. Um, and I feel like this second half of the season is gonna show me and the rest of us as Pelicans fans, um, are we ready to be a playoff caliber team, and are we ready to compete? Because I'm sure everybody's tired, just like I'm tired of seeing the same old mediocrity, the same old story, same old, you know, uh, outcome of the season. We all tired of it. But I just feel like it's a different feeling this time around, in my opinion. And we'll have to see. But I just feel like it's a different feeling that's in the air right now with this Pelicans team, man. And I can go back to the last two games before this last game against Miami that we played. Um, Trey not being healthy in the fourth kind of hurt us a little bit. And we were without Eve in that game as well. But I felt like those games before that game, we looked like a really dangerous team. Like we really do. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, okay, yeah, I see what they was talking about when they said that we have a playoff caliber roster. We look real dangerous, especially in that Minnesota game. Especially in that Minnesota game. That Minnesota game, we look like an entirely different basketball team. I'm gonna be honest. And I watched that game on League Pass from front to back. And I was like, okay, yeah, the Pelicans look like they own to something. With a healthy DeJounte Murray, because we have to, like I said before, we have to understand DeJounte Murray is not a mediocre player. You know what I'm saying? Like DeJounte Murray is a really good basketball player, defensively and offensively. And you add him to what we already have with a fully healthy roster, man, I feel like the Pelicans could be a problem, man. I really do. I really do. So, um, yeah, man. That's why I said the second half of the season for us is gonna be very important. Um, for us to see what we have going forward, um, what moves we need to make going forward. Um, was it a bad decision to trade away that pick? It's a lot of things that's gonna be answered by the end of this season. So I'm looking forward to it. Next game, February 20th, against the Milwaukee Bucks. Hopefully we can have a fully healthy roster because we definitely gonna need it against this Milwaukee team. I'm sure Giannis will probably be back. They're gonna be trying to make a playoff push. So we're gonna have to be ready to go on February 20th. Now we got like I said, we got a long layoff. So, we got time to get ready. We got time to get guys healthy. Hopefully Trey will be back. Hopefully his injury is not season ending or, a severe injury that'll keep him out some time, because I feel like that's going to hurt us as far as trying to build our chemistry in this second half of the season, because we definitely have to use this second half of the season to try to find an identity and build some type of chemistry. That's what we need this second half of the season for, because you know, the record is not going to do anything for us. We're not going to make the playoffs or anything like that, but we definitely could use this second half of the season to find an identity as a team and build some chemistry to where when next season come around, we'll be ready to go and we'll be ready to compete and have a different outcome than the way it's been these last couple seasons. So we'll see. But yeah, man, that's it for me, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Pelicans Flock Report, where I give you everything New Orleans Pelicans from a fan's perspective. I'm your host, D. Broussard. Comment below, man. Let me know what you guys feeling out there, man. What you thinking, man? Are the Pels headed in the right direction, or is it just the same old, man? You know, what you think? I think we head in the right direction. Truthfully and honestly, I'm not saying that just because I'm trying to, you know, make it look good for content and nothing like that. Like, I'm just really being honest. I really think we headed in the right direction. Finally. But we'll see, you know. But yeah, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Pelicans Flock Report. I'm your host, D. Broussard. I'm out.